There's usually a moment before a chase begins where someone could have made a better choice. But on this Saturday evening, that moment passed fast. A Memphis man, Revale Murphy, was already wanted in Tennessee on a long list of serious charges, including multiple counts of assault, burglary, and evading arrest. When officers in Waldenburg tried to stop him on State Highway 14, he didn't slow down. He jumped onto Interstate 55 South instead, pulling state troopers into a pursuit that was about to escalate fast. The first attempt to stop him came hard. Trooper Landreth went for a pit that didn't land and flipped his patrol unit in the process. Fortunately, he was okay, but the chase didn't end there. Trooper Garcia took the lead and closed the gap with precision. The suspect's car veered off, flipped onto a service road, and Murphy was ejected. He didn't survive. A female passenger was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. It was a rough end to a dangerous run. But once again, ASP showed exactly why they're trusted to handle the worst when it's speeding straight toward them. When a stolen BMW X5 hit the interstate in Newton County on December 22, 2022, troopers already had eyes on it. They didn't move in right away. They tracked, confirmed, and stayed patient. And that patience worked. Once backup was in place, the lead unit lit up his patrol car. At first, it looked like the driver might cooperate, easing toward the shoulder. But before the trooper could even finish stepping out, the BMW took off, swerving hard and tearing through traffic before veering into a nearby rest area.
Keep going. Go, go, go. Go. He's going straight through. Going straight through. All right. He's coming out. He's coming out right now. Right now. Right now. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. And stop. Up. Hold on.
The driver, William Dixon, was pulled out and cuffed without a fight. No ID, no answers, just fingerprints and silence. And as for the BMW, well, the good news is GSP found your car. The bad news? GSP found your car and had to slam it into a guardrail to make sure it didn't get away again.
Information sign just past Mensa.
Just past 11 p.m. on April 6, 2021, Forsyth County deputies were chasing a speeding vehicle down State Route 400 when they called for backup. The suspect wasn't just driving fast, he was possibly impaired, topping 100 miles an hour, and tossing items out the window like that would somehow buy him some time. When the Georgia State Patrol joined in, the call was simple: bring it to an end safely.
You done now, boy. Radio troopers taking the lead. This will be over with in just a second, bro. We crossed 285. We're by the old tow booth. Looks like they're about to pin him. No, they pin him. 41. He's flipped and rolled and hit the wall.
Clear on 41.
Holy shit!
75 ready, 225, everybody else, go back into county on behalf of your
771, I'm taking primary from your side, 280 southbound.
84 call.
I'm as soon as I get a chance. Stand by, here we go. Hit it.
You're all over the roadway, really good to be done.
Red, extremely 1049.
50.
The man behind the wheel was Jansen Jones, driving on a suspended license with active warrants for drug distribution. A search recovered what he'd thrown, including drug-related items. He was booked on a laundry list of charges, from fleeing and DUI to speeding and no seatbelt. Smooth takedown, textbook pit, and another moment where GSP showed what happens when someone mistakes traffic for a free-for-all.
Then why you running? Why you warrants? So what?
Now you're going to jail.
You could have just killed me, dude.
Correction, you could have killed yourself.
Yeah, you could have killed yourself, not us, man.
That's illegal. That ain't illegal, brother.
You think so?
To wreck me like
You
that?
think
Tell
so?
them the motto.
Why didn't you stop whenever I was trying to?
Tell them the motto.
First time. I got warrants.
Hey, bud. Hey, you see this patch on my arm right here? What's that say? It says the not fucking around crew. That's what that says.
There's always one driver who thinks rules don't apply, and on December 20th, 2024, that driver was coming straight down the wrong side of State Road 79. It was a Mustang, of course, because why wouldn't it be? Instead of pulling over when troopers moved in, the driver floored it. What started as a wrong-lane traffic stop quickly turned into a high-speed chase through Washington County, where one bad decision snowballed into something much bigger.
West on Millis Ferry.
After a clean pit brought it to a stop, the driver, Alex Daniel, decided to abandon all dignity and escape through the window. He crawled out, hit the ground running, and probably realized halfway in that running from trained troopers wasn't going to work out. He was quickly caught and taken into custody. Along with fleeing, he'll be answering for reckless driving and a list of charges that all started because he couldn't stay in the right lane. It's one thing to drive a Mustang like you're in a movie. It's another to end up on the side of the road, in cuffs, with dash cam footage to prove it. Just past midnight on May 16, 2025, Sherwood police were already chasing a vehicle on JFK Boulevard when they called in for help. What stood out wasn't just the speed, it was the hesitation. The driver slowed as if reconsidering everything, then suddenly darted across the median and bolted onto Interstate 57 North. From there, hesitation turned into full flight, with speeds over 100 and wild brake checks thrown in, like he was trying to stall the inevitable.
Well, we're still eastbound on 40. Have light traffic. We're slowing down. Speeds are coming to 50. The Dodge truck has crossed over to 1.
I'm coming up front.
What came next was a pit attempt that looked like it belonged in a driver's ed course on what not to do, except this time, the trooper nailed it. The suspect tried steering out of the spin, but all it did was send his truck flying off the shoulder, through a ditch, and straight into a chain-link fence. At that point, both the driver, Corey Briggs, and his passenger stepped out and gave up, probably because they'd already run out of ideas. Inside the vehicle, officers found drugs, paraphernalia, and enough charges to keep Briggs busy for a while. Felony fleeing, reckless driving, DWI, a suspended license, and multiple narcotics violations. Turns out, the only thing he escaped was a clean getaway. There's something about a Mustang that makes people think they've got a shot at outrunning police, especially when there's more horsepower than judgment behind the wheel. On March 15, 2021, a GSP unit was called in to help with a pursuit already in progress on Georgia 61. The chase had been moving north through Carroll County, and by the time a trooper took the lead, the Mustang was showing no sign of slowing down.
BO unit 1033, 147, 1080, Georgia 6183. What's the rate for travel? Ground north. Clear east.
The driver and front passenger bailed into the woods and vanished across the interstate. But one guy in the back stayed put, followed commands, and gave up the names of the others. He was let go without charges. As for the two who ran, Carroll County picked up the case. But it's safe to say the Mustang didn't get them as far as they thought. Some people run out of panic, others out of habit. But Andrew Matyak seemed to run like it was his full-time job. On February 6, 2024, deputies spotted him driving a stolen Dodge Ram up State Road 87, and things escalated quickly. A spike strip was laid out to end it early, but instead of stopping, he swerved straight toward a deputy, nearly hitting him, before swerving back onto the road. For a truck that didn't even belong to him, Matyak sure acted like he had somewhere important to be. A clean pit near Interstate 10 finally brought it to a stop. But Matyak wasn't done. He bailed out and ran for it, only to meet a canine who had absolutely no interest in letting him go. He gave up shortly after, with a dog bite and not much else left to say. No one else was hurt, and Matyak now sits in jail facing a long list of charges, from carjacking to aggravated assault. As for the canine, let's just say it clocked out with one bite, no bark, and a solid day's work. Most people don't greet sunrise by flying down the interstate at 100 miles per hour, but on August 2, 2021, that's exactly what a blue Camaro did. It blew past a state trooper cruising Interstate 20 like the marked patrol car wasn't even there. What the driver didn't know, or maybe didn't care about, was that the car was already flagged. It had dealership tags that didn't match and a stolen VIN, and by the time lights and sirens came on, it was too late for second thoughts. The Camaro hit the gas and the chase was on.
Attempted pit, getting off 26.
Get out of the car! Get out of the fucking car! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Get on the fucking ground! I'm gonna shoot you!
A first pit didn't stop him. The second one did. Airbags out, car dead. The driver Taiwan Wyatt bailed through the passenger side and took off on foot, running across every lane of Interstate 20 like it was a sidewalk. But the trooper kept up, and backup swept in fast.
There's a black male on top of the hill over here. She's about to right where y'all ran straight up.
Show me your hands! Lay on the ground now! Get on the ground! Put your hands on your back!
I don't want to time.
What's wrong? You know what's wrong?
I was walking with that lady. What's wrong?
No, you wasn't.
I was.
No, you wasn't. Stand up. Come on.
What is wrong with y'all?
Come on, man.
That area in case you dropped in it.
Why y'all doing all this? Y'all walking around.
Let's go.
It was a local woman who spotted him hiding and gave the tip that helped officers finally catch up. By the end, GSP had a stolen Camaro in pieces, 2 disabled cruisers, and 1 very tired suspect headed straight to the county. No pit stops this time. At 4:38 in the morning, most streets are empty and quiet, unless you're driving a gold Buick Century with a fake temp tag and bad timing. That's what Trooper Alston spotted rolling through Riviera Beach on November 7th, 2024. The tag didn't check out, and as soon as the lights came on, the Buick hit the gas. It wasn't the kind of car built for speed, but that didn't stop the driver from tearing through stop signs and residential streets. Doing over 80 in zones meant for school drop-offs and dog walkers.
Did you get the temp tag taken? Looks like there's nowhere for them to go unless they go back up to Silver Beach Road or Old Dixie, just 214 or Blue Heron. For pit at 442.
The passenger gave up and walked away. The driver, Jacob Williams, stayed slumped in the car with visible injuries and a license so revoked it barely counted as ID. What troopers found next wasn't much better. Crack, powder cocaine, weed, and a vehicle nobody in any state claimed. Williams racked up a laundry list of charges from fleeing to forged tags, but credit where it's due, the FHP handled it like pros. No drama, no drag-out, just a textbook shutdown before sunrise. You don't expect a high-speed pursuit to involve a Kia, but that's what lit up the highway south of Atlanta on May 14, 2022. Smyrna PD had already been chasing it when state troopers picked it up on Interstate 75, and from the way it was moving, the driver seemed fully committed to pushing that car beyond what it was ever designed for, swerving wildly through lanes at over 130 miles an hour.
We're staying on 75 side. Staying on 75 side. Come up on Cleveland Avenue. Come up on Cleveland Avenue. Cleveland Avenue. Past Cleveland Avenue. 10 attempted. Good attempt. We just passed Cleveland. Just past Cleveland. Coming up on Central Ave in Hayfield.
Man, I missed that off.
Central Ave in Hayfield. Allocated attempted.
Damn.
Good
Come
attempt.
on now.
Coming up on North 54. Got a big gas coming up 707. Get on the wheel. Hit.
Pit. Pit.
Copy, good.
No injuries, no dramatic last stand, just 2 people pulled from the car and handed back to Smyrna PD. No word on what they were thinking, but if you're running from multiple departments in a Kia and think that's going to work, the decision-making probably wasn't great from the start. A cracked windshield usually means someone's just ignoring a repair, but on April 7th, 2025, when a silver Nissan Altima rolled past a trooper near Highway 7 with a spider web on the driver's side glass, it didn't take long for things to shift. After a couple of turns and a quick swerve over the center line, the trooper lit him up for a stop, and as we saw the driver hit the gas and bolted down Morning Star Road, from that point forward, it was clear. This wasn't just about a traffic ticket anymore.
Driving left to center with brief stop. Still headed toward 335 from Morning Star Road. Speeds about 100. Jerry, you got me? We're approaching 335. We are going northbound on 335 toward Highway 7.
25, if you can get on top of it, try to go in TBI and you get to 55.
Okay, he's trying to flip around northbound, flip around southbound, flip around southbound. TBI.
Get back here! Oh, no, you don't!
The driver, Kareem Malik Bolton, took off running but was caught within 150 yards. Inside the car, and tossed along the route, troopers found open bottles of Fireball, loose weed, and a larger stash worth about 6 ounces. Bolton had nearly $2 grand in cash on him, and an active warrant with the Arkansas DOC. He was hit with multiple felonies, including fleeing, intent to distribute, and tampering with evidence. The trooper's patrol car took a beating during the stop, but that trade-off was worth it. Bolton's run didn't last long, and it definitely didn't go unnoticed. If you thought that was wild, you haven't seen anything yet. Hit that next video and keep the adrenaline pumping. Don't blink. The chase never ends.